Welcome back to World This Morning with Shazad Khan and Shazad Hashmi, ladies and gentlemen, live from the PTV studios where it is a little chaotic right now.
Yeah, exactly. But ladies and gentlemen, right now we've actually been joined by a very amazing and a very super human being, and it's because of the fact
one of our favorite guests
that he does not like to spend quite a lot of time with his wife and family. So every now and then he's actually traveling to Pakistan. He's a journalist himself, and he's a great human being. He's from Japan. And he's married over there as well, and he's married into a political family as well. He's none other than Mr. MUGHAL. Hello, assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa assalamu alaikum.
Genki desu ka?
Well, that's great. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
Always, we're talking in Japanese, English. I really like you. How can you speak that 5-6 languages?
Well, it's not even 6, it's more than that. And 5-6 languages, I can actually say hi, hello, and ask, and have a little bit of conversation. But that's great. And you know, the sole reason why I've actually learned all of these languages is that when I go or travel all over the world, and when I do these shows, so it is easier for me to convey. And then when people see that, you know, it's another person from another land, you know, they're very impressed. And this is a true example of becoming cultures, making cultures coming together. That's what it is, and I believe that everybody needs to invest in it. But as of now, just explain us how cultures can bring society members together.
You know, as you said, that language is very important. You know, whenever you start your program and you say "Hayo gozaimasu," really, all Japanese are very happy. They're listening to your voice.
Nice.
So this language is very important. When you speak language, you can communicate. So communication is the first tool. So mostly, you know, I learned Japanese here. I studied Japanese here. So I prefer that if Japanese, you want to make multicultural understanding, you should learn Japanese more. So Japanese culture is very rich, but it depends on your language, if you can understand.
So let's talk about Japanese culture being rich. I mean, what do we, because I have never ever been to Japan, even though I want to, because I believe that the kind of technology they have, the rest of the world does not. So I really need to learn from them. And ladies and gentlemen, whenever we speak about Japan, the best part is that their currency is now a little bit more than our rupee as well. But other than that, it used to be just equal to 1 rupee as well, the exchange rate. And the sole reason why they've kept it to such a level is so that people kind of import a lot of stuff from Japan as well.
So, and we do.
And we do. And we love it. So which is why, what kind of richness are we talking about?
You know, first of all, I can tell you that it depends on your manufacturing. When you say anything is made in Japan, you trust it.
Yes. That's something.
So everybody's like to buy the made in Japan. So I got my made in Japan wife. I got my made in Japan children. My grandchildren is made in Japan. So everything is made in Japan.
So what are you doing in Pakistan?
I born in Pakistan.
The heart is Pakistani.
My heart is Pakistani. My mind is Japanese, but soul is still, Pakistan.
That's great. So tell us a little about. Do you think that Pakistan and Japan have got a few cultural similarities? I mean, in terms of when we speak about joint family systems, I believe that Japan actually has that same system over there as well.
Actually, about 30 years ago, when I went there in Japan, it was a joint family system. But still, they are very believe on the joint family system. So I think the family is very important because this is your foundation to make your family make, nation make a country, and make, so depend on your family system. So still they have very strong family system,
All right. So also, this was a few months back, you guys entered into a new era with the new emperor.
Yes.
How's that been going?
This next month is going to be a new ceremony that royal family. And our President Arif Alvi Saab is going to be participating. Yes, that's why I'm here, to make some arrangement and to how to coverage for live from Japan. So this will be, so more than 2,600 years. They have the history of era emperor changing. And now it's the first time in history that a live emperor is giving his mission to his children.
Oh yes,
so it's very fantastic, and I think this bring beautiful changes in Japan.
Right, and Japanese do have a very strong emotional bond with the emperor themselves, right?
They have very deep respect, especially, they call it as like a kami-sama, not like a god, but he's a descendant of God. So he's like a high level priest, you can say, the priest of Shintoism. So people love him, respect him. Even I respect him. I met them, I have related with their families. I got a lot of award from them, So this is, how to make, your culture diplomacy and your sports diplomacy with other countries. I think what I am doing it in 30 years.
Exactly. That's great and wonderful as well. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the whole point. Now, when you have a leader who's actually working for the betterment of the country and and the family's done it for several hundred years, I believe that people are going to respect that person. anyway. And I think that this is something which other leaders actually need to learn to deliver and be able to deliver in a way where it is being very useful for the people of that particular country.
Right.
I mean, it's just a statement I wanted to give to for everybody out there. Everybody's wise enough, and I think that everybody's going to get my point as well.
No,
so
absolutely.
when emperors, when leaders that deliver, people fall in love with them because
yes, it's a deep respect, you know.
Yes.
It's a spiritual respect, you can say. So actually, the people's mind is, built on the spiritual, what you say, value.
Yep.
And Shintoism, I think, is a very, long history, more than 2,600.
Yeah.
Right.
So I believe the Shintoism is a religion, but it's more than religion; it's a culture.
Okay.
So they have a 4 season,
Yeah.
like a spring, autumn, or winter, summer.
Just like Pakistan.
Like Pakistan, but every season they celebrate it with emperor.
Wow.
So they make more like it's like a festival, and this nation get more happy. And if anything happen, sometimes they have very political problems.
Yeah.
And then emperor comes and he solves the problems.
Wow.
you know.
So
right.
it's more like that you're having Eid 4 times in a year.
Yes, yes, 4 times in a year.
And I believe it's great. And this is the kind of culture we're talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we speak about bringing this society together, imagine that, just after winter you have another celebration, just after summer or before summer you have another celebration. So just because of these celebrations and the being a part of their culture, imagine that everybody gets to see each other. Imagine that everybody gets to sit down with each other. Everybody gets to know who else is actually facing a problem. And I think that this is what we need over here in Pakistan as well, that we really need to come out in a way. For example, when we say that we actually have to, we are obligated to read our prayers 5 times, right? So the sole purpose is that you go to the mosque, you go see other people, and you talk to them, and you get to know about whether they are in a problem or not.
Yeah.
And I believe that our religion has actually given us all the values which we require to be an amazing society.
Absolutely, and very beautifully said as
thank you,
well.
Mama. Thank you, Mama.
I can see on your face you're proud of yourself. Well, I am too. But all right, moving on to you. So let's talk about bilateral Japan and Pakistan relations in terms of, even students exchange and whatnot, because this was just a few days or weeks back when the foreign minister was in Japan as well. And now you mentioned president is going too.
Yeah.
What are some of the avenues that you think we can discover to promote these relations?
Yeah, actually, after more than 10 years, this foreign minister went to Japan,
Yeah.
more than, 10 years. If you have no foreign minister, he said,
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We didn't have one.
so I spent 3 days with our foreign minister, Khurshid Shamamud
Yes.
Khurshid. So he was with me. He's a very nice gentleman. He did great job, He make diplomatic relations. He gives a lot of awards to the Japanese leaders, parliamentarians. And the Japanese parliamentarian was very happy, really, I'm telling you. I was making live streaming for PTV, sending the news here. And really, this is a very important that if your leaders go to their country, meet their, public, give them speeches and make a, culture exchange. And not political, but political also you have different opinion, different vision. But how to make, friendship with a diplomatic relation is like a Pak-Japan friendship through culture, sports, maybe political views where I have different views. So this time, I think the foreign minister very important role to do good diplomatic relation with
Exactly,
Japan.
that's great. But then at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, I have a very important message for everybody out there. And I'm sorry that some might feel a little harsh, but some are actually going to agree to it as well. That whenever we send a representative from Pakistan, I believe that particular person should actually be an expert in business as well. Because when you go to the other country,
or have a delegation.
You really need to talk about trade, and trade will actually help you lift your economic barriers as well. So I think that from Japan, whenever we speak about Japan, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a strong believer, I'm a staunch believer that Pakistan really needs to invest into information and technology, and we really need to develop our own gadgets, and we can seek help from Japan in that matter, because for the rest of our lives we cannot really be a farmer and we cannot really grow these fields. The world's changing, we really need to step into technology. How do you think that Japan can actually help us in getting advanced in technological requirements?
This time when foreign minister went there, he made a lot of agreements. A lot of companies are coming to Pakistan. They are investing it.
Okay.
Very big companies. So I hope they can help more. But now this Japan is is a free visa for student now.
Wow.
He's asking that the skilled laborers should be come to Japan.
Okay.
They should go work there.
Okay.
And they have one condition that you should learn Japanese first.
Okay.
So to learn Japanese here in Japan, in Pakistan. So they have a lot of my friends are doing this Japanese schools here.
Wow.
Just learn 2 months or 3 months there. You can speak. Not professional, but you can communicate.
At least the basics we know.
Yes, and then you can go in your field. If you're farmer, you can do farmer there. If you're technical, You can go the technical field. If you are in IT, you can go. So
Do
this
they
time,
have
you know,
English TV channels there?
Oh yeah, yes, yes. We have English TV channel. One is the NHK and one is my channel. We call it MUGHAL TV.
Oh,
Wow,
nice.
that's
You
great.
come to my channel.
Well, that's great. But yeah, right towards the end, we just have a simple request that you're going to sing us a song in a Japanese language.
Okay.
So please go ahead, and then we'll wrap up the show.
Okay, thank you very much. Every time you request me, so I think I
We
love
enjoy it so much.
Really. So I think maybe you don't understand, but you can feel the spirit of
Yes.
song.
Of course.
It's like a very emotional song.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sing
Okay.
it. Okay.
Go ahead.
涙混じりの恋歌は胸の痛さか思い出かそれとも幼いあの頃の母に抱かれた子守歌ああ夢はぐれ恋はぐれ泣けば泣くほど寂しいくせにあんた出会いたいよあなた会いたいよ
Wow. And you know what?
That was
Music
great.
definitely has no language because, as you already said before you were singing the song, that you can feel it, and I did.
Yeah.
But I do want a little explanation of the lyrics, though.
Yeah, actually it's a love song, you know, when you separate from your girlfriend or your maybe wife, whatever, beloved,
Okay.
you want to, you know, make a re-meeting. So then you're calling for your darling, hey, come on baby, I'm very lonely, I want to meet you.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much for lighting our mornings,
Yeah.
like every time. Thank you so much for being here. So, ladies and